Hi Lacey, so what can you tell us about your character that you're playing on Saturday and how you're choosing to play her?
Well, I'm trying to keep her as traditional as I can to Mary Shelley's book, because I think this whole piece is quite traditional to the book, just with a modern twist. So I'm trying to do the same with her, really.
Were you a big fan of the book before, or was it something you only sort of picked up when you sort of went for this role?
Well, yeah, I'd never read the book really. I'd seen the movie with Robert De Niro and Helena Bonham Carter, but that's all I'd really seen. And once I got the job, I read the book and did a bit of research into it.
How do you feel about doing this live and with that live TV audience as well, watching it at home?
I'm excited. I really am. I think that's one of the reasons I took the job, because it's such an unusual project. It's not a play, it's not a musical, it's not a drama. It's a bit of everything, and the fact that it's live is just brilliant. It's such a beautiful place, and to be able to do what we're doing is fantastic.
How do you feel about those elements, the music and the dance specifically? I mean, are you doing any of the sort of singing and dancing yourself or not?
Well, I'm not singing, and I'm doing a tiny bit of dancing, but because she's the bride, she doesn't go too far. So I only touch on those elements.
How do you think this version that you're doing here is different from the movie version that you've seen, from the one that Danny Boyle's doing at the theatre?
I think the beauty of this story is you can play it in so many different ways. Some people focus more on the creature, some people focus more on Victor, and you can sort of play around with the story and the ending as well. You can sort of make up your own ending, and I think what we're doing here is traditional but with a modern twist. You can sort of play around with it, and I think it will be really, really good.
This obviously follows the Nativity and the Passion that were done in other cities. Do you think there's a big scope for the BBC to do more and more of these types of productions?
Yeah, I definitely think the BBC are doing more and more live things. Like we did live EastEnders, and I think that that's the way forward. A lot of people are doing more live things, and especially something like this. They do it so well that it would be a shame to not keep doing it.
Do you think that this performance here will be sort of faithful enough to the original book to sort of get English teachers quite happy that their kids in school might be watching it, or do you think they might sort of worry and fret about the sort of differences between the two?
No, I think it is quite traditional to the book. So but like I said, it's got a modern twist on it. And I think you have to keep moving with the times, which is what we're doing. As for English teachers, I don't know. I'm not an English teacher.